There was a box full of pictures. It was pictures of plants and animals. Each one took one picture from the box. We found that some plants or animals were related to their place of living. So we formed a group according to the place of living and discussed it. We stuck the pictures in 3D and gave colors to it to make a background. We formed a habitat for the plants and animals. This strategy is known as mystery box, as it was a mystery for us to find out the relationship between the plants and animals.
We saw a video on the characteristics of different plants and animals that belong to different habitats. There were a lot of characteristics for each plant and animal. After a while, we understood each animal or plant had their own form of adaptation to live in a habitat. We had a lot of questions about certain animals and plants, which we wrote in a piece of paper for finding out. This strategy is known as post a question, because we are posting a question about an animal or plant for finding out.
We had to learn about biodiversity. That's why we went to a biodiversity park called NBNP, where we learned about biodiversity. In our field trip, we learned about the interdependence of organisms within ecosystems, biomes and environment, where we connected the animals and plants together. We took 2 pots with soil. In one pot we mixed vegetable waste, and in the other pot we cut plastic strips and mixed them. We added mustard seeds to both the pots and kept watering them. After a few days, plants started growing in both pots. The number of plants were less in the pot with plastic strips. The pot with vegetable waste had a lot of plants. To present our understanding on the LOI 1. which is interdependence of organisms within ecosystems, biomes, and environment. We brought miniature models of plants and animals that belong to a particular ecosystem. We arranged them in a 3D style in a cardboard box. We painted the background with the characteristics of the particular ecosystem we made. This shows the interdependence of the plants and animals living there. This was also to show the adaptation of the animals and plants of the particular ecosystem. The name of this strategy is diorama, which is a 3D model made out of a cardboard box. We brought illustration of plants and animals of a particular ecosystem. We concentrated on the components of food chain, which are producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. We arranged them according to the food chain and made a mobile out of them. We did the same for all the ecosystem, namely forest, polar, wetland, desert, and aquatic ecosystem. We saw a video on biomes. Through this video, we understood more on the different types of biomes and where they are located. We saw about the biomes of different ecosystems.
We made connection of our learning while doing De Bono's thinking hat strategy. We reflected on our learning by listing out the positive and negative impact on agriculture, waste disposal and industry, wearing the black and yellow hat.
As a part of reflection, we wrote a personal pledge for ourselves to protect the balance of ecosystem.